So this morning I want to look at something that seems like a very sort of old, worn out topic, but I hope we can look at this in a different way, in a way that's, I hope, more deep and more significant than it's actually often talked about. And that it's the whole idea and experience of attaching. We all know that in almost every form of spirituality, attachment is seen as an essential difficulty, right? It's sort of one of the root causes of not only suffering for ourselves, but also the way we project the suffering out into the world. And yet it's actually a much deeper phenomena than it looks like on the surface. We all know what it's like to be attached to our own ideas, our own opinions, our point of view. To be attached doesn't mean to simply have a point of view. You can have a point of view, you can have a belief, you can have an opinion without being attached to it. It's pretty rare, but it's possible. So when I will talk about a number of sort of objects that we can be attached to, please understand that I'm not making the objects wrong as if you shouldn't have them at all, as if they should not be part of your experience. It's not really relevant, whether you have an idea in your head or not, or you have an opinion or you don't have an opinion. That's not a problem. It's the attachment that makes it problematic. It's like your body and your mind. Having a body and mind is not really a problem until you attach to it. Then it can create all sorts of problems. It's the attachment that creates so much of the difficulty. And attachment really goes to the very heart of what makes a difference between freedom and bondage. It really, in many ways, comes down to this central issue of being. So as I said, on the most superficial level, we've all had the experience of being attached to our ideas and beliefs and opinions. And so part of what starts to break down the attachment, is when we start to, number one, when we start to notice that we are attached. That we start to understand the consequences of our attachment. To have a point of view isn't a problem until you're attached to the point of view. Until you hold on to it as if your life depended on it. Which happens all the time, right? Even in a casual conversation, it happens. As they say, as the old joke goes, if you want to ruin a party, just start talking about politics or religion, right? Because those are the beliefs and opinions that human beings hold very deeply. They associate those things with who they are. So the reason that we get pushed out of shape when we have our point of view challenged, or our preference, or our belief. I mean, I don't think we even often ask, why does this feel so challenging when somebody disagrees? Or maybe even more strongly than disagrees, almost kind of denies your point of view or your belief or contradicts it. Why does that often feel so hurtful? Why does it generate the kind of feelings and emotions that it generates, right? After all, it's just a point of view.